Okay, so when we think about AI agents, we always jump to this amazing end result.
Mm-hmm.
The invisible concierge that books your whole vacation with just one command.
Right, the magic wand.
But that story, as charming as it is, it completely skips over the
Yeah.
the absolute mess of engineering required to actually make it happen.
It really does. I mean, before an AI can book that flight, it has to navigate hundreds of tiny failure-prone steps.
What do you mean by that?
Well, think about the websites you use every day. Legacy interfaces, pop-ups, forms that just silently reset themselves.
Oh, I know those. Or calendar widgets from like 10 years ago.
Exactly. These systems are so inconsistent, so the AI has to become this master debugger just to get through a simple task.
So this deep dive is really about the necessity of the mundane then.
Yeah.
All the hard work needed to master these fundamental, almost atomic behaviors.
The atomic behaviors, yeah. We're talking about teaching an AI to literally scroll correctly, or to know a calendar from a drop-down menu, and to enter data into a form exactly once.
Not twice.
Right, without double submitting and buying two plane
So
tickets.
researchers have a name for this, right?
They do. They call them norm core agents.
They're norm core.
Yeah, the goal is kind of counterintuitive. You're training these incredibly advanced systems to be exceptionally good at the simplest, most boring interactions that make software actually work.
It's kind of funny. The AI that can think strategically has to go back to digital kindergarten.
It really does.
So how do you even practice that? You can't just let them loose on live airline websites, right?
No, you'd crash everything. They've built these high-fidelity reinforcement learning gyms, RL gyms,
Okay, so like a simulator.
precisely. They're controlled sandboxes designed to be just as messy and broken as the real web. The agents they practice over and over, often in scenarios that are built to fail.
And the standard for success here must be incredibly high. I mean, if these agents are making payments or changing a database,
Oh, the standard is absolute. It's a lot like the mindset for self-driving cars.
where almost right is just wrong
Hmm.
or unsafe.
It's completely unsafe. Reliability is non-negotiable. And that brings us to the core of it. If you can't trust the UI, what is the real source of truth?
It has to be the database state itself.
You got it. They use formal verifiers as the ground truth. These tools ignore everything on the screen, the clicks, the animations.
So they just look at the raw data.
Exactly. Every task is tied to a spec that defines the required end state in the database. And crucially, what must not have changed.
Can you give us an example of that?
Sure, take send an email. The agent clicks send. Success isn't that click.
A little message sent banner?
Nope. The verifier checks the database and confirms, is there exactly one new email record? And were no unrelated records touched? That rigorous check is the only reward signal the agent gets.
Wow. So let's talk about the actual workouts, the norm core workouts. What's the first one?
The calendar stability test. This one is all about UI drift.
UI drift. You mean when you go to click something and the whole page shifts?
Yes. That's the one. It trains the agent to handle components that move or even disappear and then reappear mid-click. It has to stay locked on target and commit the date just once.
Okay, and then you have the drop-down discipline drill.
Yeah, this one's critical. It teaches the agent to ignore what it sees on the surface.
How so?
Sometimes you'll select an option and the menu looks like it updated, but the backend is lagging. It hasn't actually registered the change.
Right, like a loading spinner that just keeps spinning.
Exactly. This drill teaches the agent to wait and trust only the verified system state, not the immediate visual feedback.
And the last one is the async endurance run. That sounds intense.
It is. This is for long workflow searching, then filtering, then validating, all across multiple pages.
Where things can break at any step.
Right. Backends can throw errors, pages can load out of order. The agent has to maintain its goal, its coherence, across dozens of these fragile little steps.
So to wrap this up, what's the big takeaway here for you listening to this?
Well, I think the core idea is that building truly useful AI agents, it's not about some magical general algorithm.
It's about solving 1,000 tiny, boring, but incredibly hard reliability problems.
Problems that come from interacting with the digital world we've already built.
So it's a powerful foundation,
Hmm.
but it also shows just how much work is left to do.
Yeah.
The source material also mentioned these other massive research areas,
Yeah.
automated reasoning, quantum tech, security, and privacy.
Mm-hmm.
And that leaves us with a final thought for you to chew on. If just mastering how to scroll reliably is this difficult, what are the foundational atomic behaviors that an AI will have to master for those fields?